Empty promises, money misspent, garbage PR, a lack of representation, and listen here, too many galas. The Jewish world is incompetent. And this is for every Jewish/Zionist creator, organizations, fundraisers, everyone. This video will hurt your feelings. If you can't handle it, flick away now. If you want to criticize or engage in a great conversation, World War III just opened up in the comment section down below. I've been meaning to talk about this for a while, but there's never felt like the right time to actually open up about it. For the last year, I've had my ears open to everyone. Left, right, center, the American Jews, the Israeli Jews, the Jews in Europe, and I've heard you all wonder why our PR is so bad. Why are we losing this media war? Yeah, I know that there's so many more of them than us, and the pro-pallies are absolutely a part of a brain-rotting zombie movement that attacks the masses, and yes, we're outnumbered for sure. But my love, we're not doing ourselves any favors. If I can speak selfishly for a second, there are many creators pulling in massive views that gave up their entire lives post-October 7th to support Israel, to fight for Israel, to defend Israel in the media. They have seen zero support, zero recognition, zero invitations to speak, and most importantly, $0, 0 shekels, nada, it doesn't exist. Hi, yes, I'm one of those people, and yes, I haven't seen much support. For the small support that I have received from grassroots people who are supporting me, I appreciate that a lot. It goes a very, very long way. But when it comes to the large-scale support needed to keep this fight going, it doesn't exist. Not for me, not for anybody in this fight right now, besides a select few. And here's my problem with the situation. It's not that we don't have the money. We have the money. Money is flying around the Jewish world right now for photo op events and parties to fight anti-Semitism, while anti-Semitism is rising day after day in this world. All while giving our enemies all the ammo that they need to keep calling us high society, rich, and white colonizer Westerners. Cocktail parties and fancy clothes, $1 million venues, celebrity endorsements that we know doesn't mean shit. And yes, this aggression is slightly targeted towards the Jews in the West. I'm looking at you, and I'm sorry again if this might come off as rude, but y'all are out of touch. I'm not trying to shame you guys, so please don't take it in a bad way. It's a loving conversation with Abu Baklawa. I'm trying to make the situation better. I have seen an embarrassing level of representation of Mizrahi Jews and Afro Jews in Jewish media and on social media in the last year. Really, it's been an embarrassing level. And you guys sit in the West and you wonder why we've been labeled white colonizers. Take a look for a moment. Take a gander at those who are representing us. Who in this space is pulling in millions of views and thousands of dollars? Who's being propped up by the Jewish people? Who is able to continue doing their advocacy? Who is being pushed in the front of every event, every speaking engagement, every media tour, every news broadcast, every podcast, and every gala? Liberal Jews in the West have had a huge part to take in DEI and pushing race politics into the forefront. And listen, I'm all about diversity. I'm all about representation, inclusion, putting brown and black people to the front. I'm all about it. I love it. But Jews in the West, play the game. I know how amazing it must feel to get clapping emojis on TikTok and Instagram from Jews all over the world congratulating you for coming to Shuka Carmel during the war and for getting an aroma iced coffee during your 5-day stay in Tel Aviv and your 1 afternoon in the Old City in Jerusalem. But listen, you guys have a serious effect on the image of Israel and Jewish people worldwide. When it comes to English media and Western media, you are representing us. It's time you start adding some schug into your pita. You know what I mean? There are so many creators of us here in Israel. People who have been here throughout the war, who have served in the army and Miluim, have families with incredible and undefeatable stories according to the pro-Palestine agenda. And we are not getting the spotlight. We're not even getting a minute of airtime. People who have been hogging the spotlight in the last year, who have been raking in the money, who have had all the brand deals and all the TV exposure, the speaking gigs, everything. It's time for you guys to step off the stage, or at the very least, bring us up on the stage with you. We need to give the pro-Palestine idiots a fight they can't win. We need to play by their rules. Enough thinking about this in a Western manner. There are Ethiopian Jews, Arab Israelis, Yemenite Jews, Iraqi Jews, Jews from every single background in Israel ready to go. They need to be front and center today. Those of us here in Israel need to be included in that conversation. Israel and the Jewish world is not New York City, and it's not the glimpse you get of Tel Aviv on your birthright trip. We have a tough couple years ahead of us, but are you with me? Let's make it happen. Let's change the narrative.